Board Games Hogwarts Legacy. Sem. Kde to je?
Thank you again for retrieving that Murmish artifact.
Pohode.
Fascinating. Truly fascinating.
Dobre, a kde je ten quest, čo som tu videl predtým? Nie. Nie Great Hall. Takže to bol tu. Pekne to odškrtávame. Jeden quest za druhým. Čus? Ahoj, Samantha.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother.
Čo si
William,
vyviedla?
the one I told you about after Charms class.
No, čo je s ním?
He's been cursed.
To
He
nie.
ignored my warning.
Ďalší?
And now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply
Jak
never
troska.
listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
Beats for feet. How hilarious. I mean, how terrible.
Tak, dobre si to zahral.
Horrible, truly.
You and the entire school may find it funny, but the situation is dire.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did you...
To by mňa zaujímalo, jak sa do toho dostal.
It's entirely his own fault.
No?
I told him about some research I'd done
No.
recently on our ancestor Marmaduke.
Áno.
In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed.
Dobre.
My
A stane sa,
brother's
že si mu dala
always
ešte aj
making fun of my
lokáciu.
discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
A odo mňa chceš?
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves
Dobre,
such
čo
a fate to
navrhuješ?
last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Dobre,
Can't the curse be
čo navrhuješ?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke.
No.
If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored.
Dobre,
You
daj to
battled
sem, idem to
trolls when they
zaniesť.
attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster.
Ale hej.
Turning a crest to a
Pokračuj.
sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Keď mi budeš lichotiť ešte viac, tak áno.
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between
Jak medzi
Granham
tebou a
and his
tvojim
younger brother
bratom. Dobre.
Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I
Hovorím.
would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it.
Oh.
Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
Kruté.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as
Presne
well.
tak.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as
Jaha.
my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need
Výborne.
your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
To dúfam.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and
Napríklad?
plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora.
Napríklad?
The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology,
Stále neviem
but
nič.
also potion making.
Napríklad aké?
I
Však
can
mi
take the
povedz
crest to
už.
Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke
Dobre.
was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus.
Dobre.
According to
Jednoduché.
my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly
Takže
simple
žiadne
task.
monštra,
You'll find
žiadni
it
dark
just east
wizardi,
of the hamlet of
pavúky.
Hotborough.
Nič také ma
Thank
tam
you for
nebude
your
čakať,
help.
že?
My family is indebted to you.
Well, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start.
Dobre. Moje nohy sú v poriadku. To je dobré znamenie. Zatiaľ na mňa nič nevybaflo. To je tiež dobré znamenie. Dobre, tam sú tie liány. Poďme najprv tady cez ne teda.
Lumos. Should have known a herbologist would use devil's snare.
To je tá istá cesta, dobre. Ale tu je ešte niečo. Čo je tu? Ďalšia čestka.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio.
Ideme tam dole. Vyzerá to ako cesta. A však poďme. Čo najhoršie sa mi tu môže stať?
Depulso.
Čestka. Konečne budem mať hodiny. Dobre, ale nevyzerá, že toto bude tá správna cesta, takže si nazad. Nie? Kade? Kade to?
Lumos. A troll? You can't be serious. Imperial. Metropolis Totalis.
Tak. Trollovia sú nie je žiadny problém. S Impérium. Úplne jednoduché. Dostane Império a môžem na neho stále kastiť Petrificus Totalus. Až kým nezomrie.
A sarcophagus? That should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
Ale toto si vezmem. Dobre, dal som to tam. Portnúť sa neviem, takže to musím zase odbehnúť nazad von. Som oblečený ako mechanik, takže všetko budem opravovať. A tady to sa nedostanem von. Či? Nie, tady to musím ísť. Kokos, ja som čarodejník, nie asasín. Dobre, už som skoro vonku. Myslím si, že Samantha sa poteší. Dúfam, že nohy jej brata sú už v pohode.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
Ja tiež. Samantha!
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's
Je to
sarcophagus
vrátené.
just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats.
Som dobrý.
Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Ani nie. Pohodičke.
Just a measly old troll. Nothing significant.
A troll?
Jup.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful.
Jeden troll,
I've
čo
been in
to
that tomb
pre
for
Boha? Nič.
centuries. But I can't say I'm
Kebyže sú
surprised.
dvaja, tak sa bijú navzájom.
Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should be going.
No,
I'm
utekaj.
anxious to see my brother, who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course. I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt.
Tomu ver.
Thank you again for what
Mi
you
to
did.
dlžíte.
Sheer nerve taking them down.
Evangelín.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not.
Zaujímavú
We had
čapičku
2
máš.
bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also,
A o
what
čo sa jedná?
bells?
Čo máš so
Professor
zvoncami?
Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they
Aw.
were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back.
No
We've
a?
always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie.
Eddie a Evie.
It was going
Teda,
swimmingly
to je
until
dvojka.
Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Ja to zistím.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history.
Ah,
Those
aspoň mi
bells
zvoní na
let me
hodiny.
tell a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
Fajn, chápem, čo chceš povedať.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
Hovor.
Can.
I
Povedz.
heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from
Áno.
Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. Mum's the word.
If only 2 bells
Asi
are
je
left,
šťastný v
isn't it
manželstve.
fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate
To sme
frog.
dvaja.
No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh,
Yep.
that would be wonderful.
Kde sú?
The bells are
Nech ich
in the bell
nahodím.
tower just above the music room. You're
Okay.
certainly of more help than Adelaide.
Som oblečený ako mechanik, takže sa o to postaram.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
Not sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure.
Dobre.
Revelio.
Kde to je? Dole? Alebo hore je tá čestka? No stále mi tu ukazuje čestku.
Incendio. Revelio.
Dole. Niekde dole bude. Ale neviem kde. Sú log 1. OK. Tieto veci si budem robiť potom, inokedy. Aj to zrkadlo si spravím inokedy. Tak. Šup, 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 šup.
Revelio.
No.
Ah, the bells must be upstairs.
On to má ešte ho. Vyzerá to, že ešte to má vrch, hej.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. One up, one to go.
A kde je ďalší? Ešte vyššie, že by? Jup, ňom, ňom, ňom. Lantka. Niffler statue. Ale moc mi to nepomohlo so zvoncami. Ďalšie. Jack-o'-lanterns. Nice. Dobre, ale kde sú tie zvonce? Kde je ten zvon druhý? To vidím. A kde je zvon? Ten zvon vôbec nevidím. Že by ho schovali do čestky? Pochybujem, že by sa tam zmestil, ale pozrieme pre istotu. Tu je všetko možné. Keď sa mi kon zmestí do kabely, tak aj zvon do čestky. Nie. Dobre, tam je ten chýbajúci. Ale kde je ten zvonec? To nie je zvon. No ja som z toho tela. Tam viem, že má ísť. Ale kde je? Tam je. Vidím ho. A aký to má účel, že zvesili len 2?
Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
Ja sa nečudujem, že ich zvesili. To bolo niečo hrozné. Dobre. Aj tam vidím. Aj tam. Ešte veľa vecí mám čo objavovať. No šup dverka, otvorte sa. Ja som sa teoreticky mohol aj portnúť. No nevadí, už je to len kúsok, to odbehnem. Evangeline!
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Tuším som počul o Minisa.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the
Počula
school.
si, jak dingali.
Can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well.
Jasné. Keď môžem spraviť riaditeľovi zlobu, tak nemám s tým problém. Pane Moone, pane Moone.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues.
Ja som to zistil.
It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails.
Ale správaj sa normálne.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the
Nie, ty si sa posmieval, to je rozdiel.
Clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my
Jasne,
old
že ich
friend.
pozbieram. Ani jeden nezostane. Tie achievementy. Dobre, tu máme ďalší quest z krku. A poďme za Naty. Popisa mi dávno neozvala. Dúfam, že je v poriadku. Pristávame. Dobre, moja. Poď nazad.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Samozrejme.
I'm
Najprv
ready
čarujem,
to do
potom sa
what's needed
pýtam.
to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that
Dobre.
Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
Vieš, kde sa nachádzajú?
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to
Dobre.
the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Dobre. Kde ich nájdem?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is
No.
often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert.
Dobre,
And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
dobre, to viem, kde je.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very
OK,
well.
idem sa s nimi
I'll speak
porozprávať.
with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We
Samozrejme.
need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully by the time I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Tu už nemusím ani lietať, lebo tu mi to nedovolí.
Revelio.
No, pri troche šťastia narazím na... Asi cez deň nenarazím na tie sošky demiguysov. Dobre.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Daisy, damn it. Som príliš široký na takéto úzke schody.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Daisy?
Mrs. Rabe, I wonder
Yeah,
if I
volajú
might
Daisy.
speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and
Vyzerám
the
ako
archer.
dôveryhodná osoba, nie?
And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you
Oh,
mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a
Ochranka v
purse breaker
Gringotts
for
banke.
them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
Krátnuť z
And you
Gringotts banky.
declined?
Že sa
Of
nehambia.
course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a
Oni
knife
ľúbia
the note
unášať
stated
ľudí.
that I only had a few days
Najprv
to
Archieho,
reconsider
teraz
helping
tejto
with
manžela.
some banking needs,
Kto bude
and
ďalší?
that my husband would
Naty?
appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine.
No,
He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently
Ah.
makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
aha.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever.
Takže možno, že aj
That
utečie.
said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Možno, že spolupracuje s Harlovom.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean?
Že
Besides,
sa
I
k nim
came
pridal.
home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may
No.
sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
Jop.
I don't know what to do.
Nechaj to
I
na
shall
mňa.
do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well.
Postarám sa o
Here's
to.
the note I received.
Daisy.
You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Ja? Nikdy. Pani Rabeová, dúfam, že si rozmyslíte a pomôžete nám s našimi bankovnými potrebami. Dali sme vám dostatočný čas, aby ste sa rozhodli. Ale začíname strácať trpezlivosť. Vieme, že váš manžel by si prial, aby ste videli hodnotu našej spoločnej spolupráce. Čo tak odpoveď do konca týždňa? Radšej si to nechajte pre seba. Ak chápete, čo tým myslíme.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Díky.
I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Takže ešte nájsť Agabusa a Ota.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags.
Otto?
I should check.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
Pán
It's about
Dibble.
Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him.
Otto.
May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like
No
to
tak.
I spoke to Mrs.
Neodchádzaj od
Bickle.
témy.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must
Hlavne
be
diskrétne.
discreet.
Jasné.
Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow.
Dobre.
It
Hovor.
started a few weeks ago. I was distracted
Dobre.
reading a note when you-know-who came into the shop.
Neviem,
I
kto.
hid the note
Povedz.
behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed.
Tak si to
I went into
skontroloval,
the
no.
storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
Čo si tam mal
It was a note
napísané?
from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. He
Ale
said,
nie.
We've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Aj.
We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
A?
What does he ask
Pomáhal
you to
si?
do?
A čo
It
od teba
all
chcel?
happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every
No.
so often." I've been able
Výmena.
to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified. to
Takže on
say
si berie
anything.
veci zadarmo
Never
a tým
let
drží
that
tvoje
grow.
tajomstvo. V poriadku.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me
A
to
kebyže to
identify
už
it so I
povieš
can
svojmu
cross it.
zamestnávateľovi,
It's from Rosie's special pink station.
že navštevuješ jeho dceru, tak by to bolo v pohode.
RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping.
No.
And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of
Ty
this
si
bodes
chtela.
well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me.
Presne tak.
Why don't
Čomu
you
to
just tell me?
nepovieš?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal.
A to hádam nie.
I'd lose my
Či?
job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Si
Thank you
paranoidný.
for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful.
A
He's
čo
an
takto
awful
krúciva
man
na ňo?
and incredibly dangerous.
Nie?
As for Rosie's
Tak nie.
letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
No, ukáž mi to. Daj sem.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track.
Čus.
Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Niečo ti dám. Aha. Toto odo mňa kúpiš, toto odo mňa kúpiš, toto. Ale už si počkáme asi na toto. Level 38. Dobre, ešte nám zostal Agabus. Za Agabusom. Pozor.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Čus?
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tak,
Tragic
potrebujeme
what
dôkazy.
happened to Bickle.
Presne
He
tak.
wanted me to speak out
Potrebujem, aby
against
si mi
Harlow
pomohol.
for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be
Presne
locked
tak.
away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
Zbabelec.
You said that
Všetci sú
Harlow
tu
committed an
zbabelci.
act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry.
Áno.
As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold.
Cool.
One day, Harlow came
Bola
calling
zlata.
to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and
Ty
Harlow
pana.
was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry with its exquisite
A ukradol
gold
ti to.
plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went.
Kruté.
I was shaken to my core.
Aj
Still
tak si
am,
nič
to be
nepovedal.
honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have
Presne
no
tak.
choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Výborne.
Harlow does not
Rebellion.
like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Za Naty. Naty, 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 Naty. Nuty, nuty, nuty. Som sa na chvíľku pozrel mimo, narazil som. Dang it. Whoop.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
Není tu.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
Poďme do tej prasačej hlavy. Do krčmy! Určite je v nebezpečenstve. Musím ju zachrániť. A chcem ju vidieť, ako sa zmení na gazelu.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Naty? Naty? Kde je tá holčina? Naty? Naty, si tu? Kde je papek?
Natty's wand. She can cast without it.
Kde je?
She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio was
Natty má
showing me where she
problémy.
was taken.
Neboj sa, Naty, zachránim ťa. Není si síce Poppy?
Revelio.
Kde je?
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Hej, smeješ sa? To vyzerá, ako by to bolo vonku. Pometnú.
The footprints led to this room.
Neboj sa, Naty.
There must be another way.
Buď som tu.
Accio. A hidden door.
Cool.
Revelio.
Tajné dvere.
Letty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
A máme šancu pohľadať aj tie stratené veci. Otov list. Asi by nám to zišlo mať. Takže budeme nenápadní. Ale ešte tuto vzadu niečo bolo. Jak to, že som si to nevšimol predtým? Ešte raz. Toto šup. Dobre. Poďme to nájdeme.
Revelio. Lumos.
Tady to neprejdem. Asi nie.
Revelio.
If people don't want me to steal their valuables, they better get a really good lock.
Shit. Tak, choďte to skontrolovať. Joink.
Revelio.
Hihihihihi. Som nenápadný. A, vidím knihu. Videl som knižku. Shit. Dáme ho dole, dáme ho dole. Nenápadne. Gwendolina Zouvová.
Revelio.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try
Nie,
to come
to nebola
through
knižka.
here.
Damn it. Nie, ale videl som ju tu niekde. Či nevidel? Ešte stále tam je volačo.
Revelio.
Kde majú tie veci odložené? Wow. Ešte aj zvieratka kradnú. Špíny jedny. Dobre. To zvládame.
Revelio.
Ale stále nevidím tú knižku. Ani ten
We
list.
should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Plenty of spoils in Cambridge. Never disappoints.
Joink. Tak. Tak ideme tancovať. Shit!
Revelio.
Finally! Reduction!
Compulso. Confinger. Bolso. Imperial.
Tak, pracuj pre mňa.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Crucio. Flipendo. Descendo.
Expulsum!
To je ono, daj im.
Bombarda. Flipendo. Descendo. Expulsum. Stupefy. Crucio.
Budeš trpieť.
Flipendo. Descendo.
Probably have more, wouldn't we? Can never have too many snacks, my friend.
Poďte sem.
Accio. Leviosa. You little descender. Crucio. Flipendo. Descendo. Bombarda.
Tak.
Revelio.
A teraz môžem v pohode pohľadať všetko. Ha. Tu sa moc ten stealth asi nevypláca. Neidentifikovateľná vec. Si pre mňa taká drahá ako Augurej, ktorého hlas mi hovorí, že prichádza dážď. Si mnou milovaná tak ako Krupp, ktorého lojalita je pravá a jasná. Začarovala si na moje srdce a nechcem, aby to skončilo. Očarila si ma hneď od začiatku. Vždy si bola tá pravá. Dosť si byla Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert.
Dobre.
He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Takže máme knižku.
Revelio.
A kde je ten list? Niekde tu musí byť aj ten list. Určite, 100%. Že by tu?